The smarter you play, the luckier you'll be.
Let's just explain to everyone straight off the bat that you're not here necessarily because of your golfing ability.
No.
Let's just call a spade here.
Nope, definitely not.
But you are here because in the underlying message in a lot of my videos is playing within your limits.
Yeah.
And you are a bit of an expert in that. Not from a golf point of view, but
Yeah,
like
from
to
a poker perspective, basically. So I spent, well, you may call it a misspent youth. I like to call it a well-spent one. I used to play a lot of poker, especially online poker, and especially heads-up poker, which is one-on-one.
Right. That sounds pretty tense.
It is quite intense. You know, in normal poker, you very rarely have a good hand, and in heads-up poker, because you're playing every hand, you incredibly rarely have a good hand.
Okay.
So it's all about the mathematics. It's all about the getting the flow of how your head-to-head showdown is going, essentially.
Okay.
You know, sort of timing, knowing when to push, knowing when to not push, your advantage, knowing about the sort of the innate advantages your hands hold, what they exclude. You know, if you've got, for example, ace-5, let's say, a random hand, you know that it's more unlikely that your opponent's got an ace because there's now only 3 out of the entire deck.
Yeah.
So it's pushing little advantages a lot of the time.
So you're using your knowledge.
Exactly. So rather than just saying, oh, this is a good hand, I'm going to go all in.
Yep.
It's saying, okay, I know that in this specific instance, I'm going to do this because I know that it's a good decision to make, basically. So it's trying to make lots of good decisions most of the time.
Poker is no more about gambling than rock climbing is about taking risks. For the sake of this video, Nick will be taking the unnecessary risks he is talking about, while me being Barney, will be demonstrating exactly what he's talking about. So let's see which is the better way to play.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I can't carry this, so I'm not going to try to.
Okay.
Because I know that that's just, rather than just being, I'm being aggressive, this is just plain stupid. So I'm just going to try and drive it down as far as I can.
Okay. He says he's not going for the green. Has that got the legs?
Maybe, probably not.
I didn't hear water.
I heard wood. Maybe I've carried it.
Maybe.
Who
maybe.
knows?
Maybe. Now, I'm
Thank
not.
heavens for a slice.
He's got the international fame. Right. So, like Nick was saying about having that information and that knowledge, and that can help breed and help you make your decisions. I know this course very well, and to be honest, I don't play any course without doing my own due diligence and research around each hole. So, I know there's a couple of bunkers up there, which I've got a club that will clear those bunkers, and as long as I clear those bunkers, I have got, as you'll see, a load of fairway. So, that's the plan. I'm also going to hit a little bit of a cut just to kind of like help favour the hole. I'm not hit a cut, I just hit it dead straight.
But even that's not too bad.
No. But once again, I am playing percentages.
So you're playing percentages
Yeah.
on the golf course, and I was playing them on the poker table.
Okay.
So the point of all this is that poker is a game of luck and a game of skill at the same time. And you maximise your skill by making good decisions. At the same time, you're minimising your luck. You know, people say, the harder I work, the luckier I get, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the basic principle.
It is.
You know that because there are cards in the deck that you don't know about yet, that if you go all in with, say, aces versus kings, you've got the aces, that's still only an 80-20 shot. So you will win 80% of the time.
Yeah.
So that means that 1 in every 5 attempts you will lose. You will lose because there are cards in the deck. That's how it works.
Yeah.
But you know that you should win because you're such a heavy favourite. I mean, 4-1 favourites win most of the time in every other sporting event you've ever seen in your life. But you will lose. It's inevitable that you will lose. So the point is not to get angry about the losses. The point is to accept them and know that if I made that choice 1,000 times, that I'm going to make so much more money doing that than not.
We can't see Nick's ball. We'll have a little hunt after
Well,
it.
I heard wood.
Yeah.
So I expect it probably hit the bank on the end and went in the water.
So I was hoping to scoot round a little bit more round here around the fairway, but I caught that straight, so it's just gone straight through. But we are in absolutely fine shape.
So yes, that white post is OB, however I used a club that would never ever reach it.
So Nick's there,
Sensible.
and I'm there.
Because I'm pretty certain that my first is in the water. In poker we talk about expected value, right?
Okay.
So the expected value of a hand is the amount of money that's in the pot to be won,
Okay.
multiplied by your chance of winning that pot.
Right.
Right? Which is what I was saying before. You've got
Yep.
aces versus kings. Aces are an 80% favourite. So if the pot is £100, £80 of that is yours,
Okay.
in theory.
Yep.
And if you played that enough times, you will realise that £80 eventually. You see what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense.
And it's the same thing here. You're trying to make as many high expectation shots as possible, so that the range of bad results are as minimal as they can be. You know, even if you don't hit your shot as well, or if it goes badly or whatever, that you're still in a very narrow field of bad so-called outcomes.
Yeah.
It doesn't go in the water, it doesn't end in the bunker, it's just a little bit short of the green.
Yeah. Technically, and this is why stats get a bit funny now, and why strokes gained, and why strokes gained really kind of kicked in, is because I've missed the green here. So this would go down as a stat. I missed the fairway, and now I've missed a green. But I had a wedge in my hand, and now I'm going to have a putter in my hand.
I mean, how else are you supposed to get a birdie or an eagle if you don't hit it as far as you can?
Oh, smoked it. Yeah, you're in play. I mean, you're going to find that.
Drawing left. Okay?
Yeah,
Well,
you-
I'm actually quite pleased with that.
Yeah, you did actually. You did get all that nice. Right, once again, I'm using my knowledge, but Nick, you actually did go down the. That is where all the room is, over there.
Okay, cool.
So you've inadvertently gone that way. I don't know why you've done that, but you've inadvertently done that.
Probably the wind.
Yeah. So. Over there, which is where the first green is, and like I said, the room is all the way on this left-hand side. Once again, I know where I'm aiming. I know where the room is. Nick's ball. He is just over the other side on the other hole.
Right, so I've got my least favourite club.
Hang on a minute. Right,
So I'm going for it, right?
okay, yeah, well, of course you are. Why wouldn't you not?
Exactly, I'm going for it. So I've got a club that goes the furthest for this situation, but I'm not really comfortable with this one. I tend to not play with this one as much as I can.
Yeah, just to give you an idea, we're going over a mound, over a creek. Good luck, Nick.
So it could work.
It could work. It could.
And I'd be talking about it in the pub. Great, but it probably won't. And I won't be talking about it to anyone.
It's a good job we haven't got a camera on it. Oh, yes, Nick. He's found grass.
Way over there.
We're down the first fairway.
That's the wrong place.
We've gone over there, where we should have gone down there. But Nick, you're alive.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you enjoyed that shot immensely. The excitement level was immense.
I mean, didn't you see what I was supposed to be doing? I clearly remember saying that I was going to try and put it over there in the safe space where all the grass is.
I mean, what part of the club did that come off for?
No idea, it must have been right at the very edge.
Was there club face there? Alright, I got mine in. straight down towards the flag. Nick, on the other hand, is going for a little wander. Hey, Nick! I don't see a ball. I heard you hit it.
I did. I hit it as far as I can hit it.
And
using the same club as last time.
the one you're Mr. Trusty.
Yeah, but it has gone that far before.
Any idea where it is?
Probably in the water somewhere. Probably disturbing some geese.
So no stress, no drama. I'm just on the edge of the green here. Chip and putt time. Oh!
Close.
Oh.
Bad chip. Quite far down there, so I'm just going to hit one of these.
Okay.
This is a driver.
Yeah. You have to hit that off the tee, don't you?
Yeah, I mean it's a golf hole.
Oh! Wow!
It's a low probability shot, right? But it will work some of the time.
Yeah.
Everyone gets lucky once in a while, but no one is consistently lucky.
This goes back to what we're saying, right? If you play 1,000 hands
Yeah.
with a 20% chance of winning,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you're going to have, 200 times it's going to be down the middle, right? And that's going to be enough to keep you going, oh, I hit it down the middle that time.
Yeah.
Brilliant, I'm going to keep doing it this time. And then the four out of every 5 times it ends up over there and you're playing 3 off the tee.
Yeah. Instead of. So this is going to be interesting how this pans out, because Nick has outdriven me probably by about 50 yards here.
Oh, I'm almost certainly on the green. It's probably in the hole.
Actually, I can see it. You are on the edge.
There we go.
120 from the middle, downwind. I think
That's a good looking golf shot.
I think that's all right.
The strong point in poker is never to lose your temper, either with those you are playing, or more in particular, with the cards. There is no sympathy in poker. Always keep your cool. If you lose your head, you will lose your chips.
Fairway missed.
Kidding me.
Right.
What you're about to see is 100% staged to highlight a point. Nick is far too experienced to lose his cool.
Right.
Another fairway missed. I might as well just throw the ball in the lake.
Yeah, I mean, that's a crap drive. You missed the fairway, Nick. Right, so...
Right, I'm on tilt now. That's it. I don't care. Hit a few bad shots. I'm just going for it. I'm going to get in the hole.
Just going to go full blood, yeah?
Yeah. Go for it. Don't care. It stops now.
It's not gone well.
Where's the lake? The point is, right, is that you can be pissed off about that. You can try to be precise about your golf game, all this sort of stuff, right? And I said I was on tilt, and that's basically I've had bad luck on something that I really shouldn't have had. In poker, it often happens when you've lost a big hand when you were a massive favourite. So, for example, the aces versus kings that I've said before. And you just decide, don't care anymore, that's it. I'm going to go all in every hand. I'm going to be super aggressive. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to try and chase my losses. Right. This feeds into something I was telling you about before about prospect theory. So this is a Nobel Prize winning economic theory. Okay. It used to be, or the theory before this said that people are as equally unhappy as they are when they lose as happy when they win, right? And prospect theory said, actually no, it's not. You are twice as unhappy when you lose as happy when you win, right? And the reason why it won the Nobel Prize is because it explained what people do rather than what they should do. Right, so the whole point of this is that let's say you play a round of golf and you shoot level par or exactly your handicap, or it's your best round or whatever it was. It could be anything, right? And either you were 3 shots above your target and you birdied the last 3 holes, or you were 3 shots below your target and you bogeyed the last 3 holes, or vice versa, right? Now you've bogeyed the last 3 holes, or you've birdied the last 3 holes. The result is exactly the same. You've met whatever target is, your level par, or you've met your handicap, best round ever, whatever. You're going to be more unhappy if you've bogeyed the last 3 holes than if you birdied the last 3 holes, despite the fact that the result is exactly the same. And that's prospect theory.
Making good decisions and controlling your emotions when bad things happen is the key to a good score in poker, in golf, and in life.
Well done. social distancing knuckles. Yeah.
Play your opponent. In golf, it should be the course, but for most, it's their ego.